two more quick examples of solving formulas for variables. So formulas are like equations, but they, for the most part, have multiple letters, and they can at times have numbers in them. So we're working on solving them. So to solve for something means to get a variable by itself on one side of the equation or of the formula. So we're going to work on getting x plus y over z equals 15. Right now it's solved for 15. We want to solve it for x. So what we're going to do, if you ever have a fraction, so a fraction like that, normally we say that we want to subtract before we multiply, which would be the two steps to clear the z and the y. But in this case, we have a fraction, so what we actually have is x over z plus y over z. So if you want to rewrite it like that and solve that equation, you'll come up with the same answer. But when you see a fraction line like that, in my opinion, it's best to just multiply both sides by the bottom of the fraction. So we can do that by multiplying both sides of this by z. So over here, multiplying by z as well. So if we have z times x plus y divided by z, those are going to 1 out, and we'll just have x plus y equals 15z. So this just makes it a little bit quicker of a problem to multiply by z first. So then we're still working on solving for this x, so we need to get rid of that plus y. In order to undo plus y, we can subtract y from both sides, minus y. And so on the left side, we have x plus y minus y. Those are going to 0 out, and we just have x equals. Now 15z minus y, those aren't like terms, so we can't combine them together. We can just write them in order next to each other. So x would equal 15z minus y, and now the formula is solved for x. Let's do one more. So we're going to solve for this q here. So what we need to do, this is 2pq, which remember is the same as 2 times p times q. So what's happening to the q? Well, we're multiplying p and we're multiplying 2 to the q. So what we're going to do is, in one step, you could do this in 2 steps and say divide by 2 first and then divide by p second, and both of those would 1 out. Now, I wrote them both there in the same step because I know that they're both being multiplied, and I'm going to do both of them either way. So I'm just going to leave those there, and we're going to divide both sides by 2p. Now 2p is two different, there's a number and a letter, and the letter stands for something, but we can still divide by two things at once if we come across something like this. And like I said, if we've got the same thing on the top and bottom of a fraction, they're going to 1 out, so the only thing that survives on that side is the q. So we have q equals x over 2p. And from there, that's all we can do. There's no other simplifying that we can do on the left or the right. We could solve for another variable if we want. So we did solve for q though, so we can be done with that one. So yep, just a quick video These are some other examples. You'll probably see some of these in the homework. So if you've taken good notes on the first lesson and on this one, you should be ready for the homework. And as always, make sure to ask questions when you have them.